Just hopped on here for a couple minutes to talk about what happened the other day. I was on earlier on my other channel. I was talking about how, for instance, I just said this. I didn't go and do it. I thought about it for about 2 seconds. Just trying to going down to the farmers market, waiting for somebody to say something about the hat. Some Democrat. And I'm like, nah, that's kind of bullshit, and it's not worth your instigating. All right, yeah. Hey, there goes. Finally, get some notices kicked out here, but I didn't do it. But I'll tell you what, it really kind of felt like it for a moment. I got to admit that I was pretty damn off all day yesterday when I saw it happen, and today a little bit too. Wait a minute. Seems the FBI, the Department of Justice, and now the Secret Service are all really lacking on doing their jobs. That's what it seems like, anyway. I'm gonna hang on for a moment and see if anybody comes on. I only got a small amount of battery. Shouldn't even bother doing this till I had it charged. But see what happens. There you go. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I just hopped on here to do a little more talking about this whole assassination attempt. And that's one of the things that really freaked me out is the way that, hang on for a second. I'm trying to charge the phone and do this. The way that like CNN and MSNBC were talking about, like, there might have been shots fired and all this. You know what I mean? It's people were ducking and shit, and they're saying might have been. Yeah, it sounded like fireworks and all this other shit. Yeah, trying to make it not sound so bad when it first came out. What's that? Another notification there. Yeah, it's crazy. One thing I haven't been able to track down now, I heard it last night, is supposedly Donald Trump had a hole in his jacket. I'm wondering if that was a real report. Somebody said that if there was a hole in his jacket, he probably had body armor on underneath, or a bulletproof vest, and might have took a slug in the chest. If you seen him when he got back up, he was grimacing like pain. That's probably like getting punched in the ribs or something. I like how they let the guy get off 5 frickin' shots before they took him out, and someone was pointing to the rooftop, had saw the guy up there, went over and talked to a cop, and nobody seemed to do anything about it. It was like minutes before the guy shot at Trump. Now, if that was Biden up there, they probably would, the cops would have took off after him and after the guy, and something would have been done. It seemed like they almost let that happen. Maybe I'm wrong, but it really looked kind of sloppy. And I got one question. Did anybody notice, see somebody's on there, if, or why Trump was asking for his shoes. And I'm thinking, why the hell did he have his shoes off? When he went down, when he knocked him down, did someone pull his shoes off? Did he fall? Did one of his shoes come off? And why did he need them back? He's a multi-millionaire. I was wondering if he had transponder or something in one of his shoes, in case something happened. He got kidnapped or something, they could track him down. That's the last thing I would have been thinking about, my shoes, if I got shot in the face. But I guess that just proves that old man's fucking a hard ass there. Anyway, it's just weird, I wonder, I'd like to know, did he have his shoes off, or did someone, when he went down, did somehow his shoes come off? Who knows? Another thing is, somebody suggested that the the lines on his face, or the cuts. A bullet may have hit. Was there a teleprompter in front of him? I didn't notice it. Maybe a piece of glass or a couple pieces exploded or something, but I didn't see that. I said maybe that's why he had the cuts on his face. But there's one video I saw. I think it was last night. I saw it again today, where it looks like there's bullets whizzing by him, which is kind of weird that you can even see anything. But they caught something going by on, like, they just had like a still picture, I guess you call it. It wasn't really live. You couldn't see it while it was moving, but you could see something went by him. Anyway, I was wondering just how long it'll be before, they're letting it leak out a little at a time who did it and everything. Maybe that's how they're finding this shit out. But this reminds me of every other false flag thing that's happened in our country recently. Nothing makes any sense. Nothing. I don't know. I'm already suspicious of some of this stuff, big time. Of course, they had to say the guy had an AR-15. How did they know that quick? They're probably going to go after the guns again. You know what? Hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I think there's more going on here at Meet CI. There's going to be another push to get a... yeah, you too? Yeah. What's your name? Kiki Magaha? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, something just doesn't look right about the whole thing. I kept looking at it, and just something doesn't feel right about the whole damn thing. You know what bothers me the most is that, how you doing? If you could, hit me up with a thumbs up and subscribe. Anyway, what bothers me is it feels like a false flag, and what bothers me even more is, what if this is faked, but not from the Democrat side? I mean, I'm a Trump fan, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, this whole thing just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It just looked too weird. I don't know. And I think the problem is we're getting suspicious of everything because there's so much fake shit and fake news and deep fakes and all this other crap that they're telling you about. You don't know what's real anymore, But I do know one thing, that there is a lot of evil motherfuckers walking the face of this earth that are doing shit and been getting away with it, and things have to change. Anyway, I also want to tell you guys about one other thing I heard was that the guy that shot him, or supposedly the guy up on the rooftop, they took him out, right, and not to lunch, as Monograph would say. He's from right in that area, and a friend of mine just told me he was up swimming in this lake right near where the guy was from, or where the shooting happened. There's like a park or something up there, and he's out of Pittsburgh. I think that's like south of Pittsburgh, or it's not far from it, I don't think. Anyway, I forgot my point, what I was going to say about that. It's hard to believe that we live in a country with all this kind of shit going on. And the worst thing about this is, instead of putting this country back together, if we all pulled together like 9/11, I think it's going to split us apart, unfortunately, and we're going to have a civil war. And we're going to live... here's the thing. People don't realize. Civil war happens. We lose the way we live. It's all done. It's over. They'll bring in the UN to try to break it up, peacekeeping, and next thing you know, you'll have globalists in here, telling them what rules, martial law is basically what I'm going with there. They'll totally fuck our whole Constitution up, and that's what they've been trying to do anyway. And the whole thing with having a Second Amendment to protect your family and you and our country, that's what it's there for. It's not for hunting. Now, you can hunt, whatever, but the point being is it's for protection, because you have tyrants, and from day one on this planet, there's been tyrants. I mean, you go back to biblical stories. The very first thing that you hear early on is Adam and Eve's son Cain killed the other, Abel. You know, that's still going on today. You know, families are ripped apart, civil war, hatred, demonic crap. Well, we might not be able to pull our country back together. You know, that's the sad truth of it. Might be coming to the end of America, and I don't know. Right now, I'm still stunned. I'll be honest with you. I don't know why, but when I saw that, it freaked me out pretty bad yesterday. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys coming on here, but I think I'm going to hop off of here. For some reason, I got like a massive headache right now, and got to get some kind of aspirin or something. It's like right up in here. It might be, I don't know if we're getting rain, if it's my sinuses or what. But thank you for stopping by. I'll probably do another live stream a little later on, as soon as my head stops humming. I mean, it feels like somebody's in there with a hammer, just trying to hammer their way out. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you again. On the way out, please hit me with a thumbs up and subscribe. You guys have a good one.